Hello YouTube, this is Ravenwood, and I think I have an addiction. Well, this is how I got into Jeeping video. I had some people ask me, what got you started liking Jeeps? Well, I've always liked Jeeps, but I never could really afford Jeeps. Friends had Jeep CJ5 growing up. We used to ride around in it a lot. Mother had a boyfriend at one time. He had a little Jeep. He used to take us riding up into the mountains and stuff like that. Had a good time. But I always liked the Jeep Wagoneers. And then in the 80s came the Jeep Cherokees. Then the Jeep Grand Cherokees. So I had the opportunity to buy that little Jeep. I drove it for a long time, and it got about 130,000 miles on it. A lot of stuff started messing up. So then I bought that gold Grand Cherokee. I used to drive BMWs back in the 80s, and I loved the luxury, the wood grain, the leather, and all that with it. But I also loved having the four-wheel drive. The dependability of the Jeep, and be able to go anytime I want to. So I just happened to be, the Jeep was down. I had to ride my motorcycle to work. And this little place in Lima called Doc Wilson's. And he sold primarily Jeeps. So motorcycles start cutting up. So I pulled in and I saw that gold Jeep. Just had come in, had two of them. One had the V8, one had the 6-cylinder. So salesman come out, and I'm like, dang, I need another vehicle pretty bad. So I looked at it, and shoot, I had the money. So I think it was 7,400 at the time. Had like 75,000 miles. So I went in and got it, called the camera lady, and got her to come pick me up, go back and get the money. And so I got it. Then we're riding around, and everything started tearing up on it again. And I kept the mileage set on trip mileage, so I keep up with how many miles I get out of the tank. And I happened to flick it over and look, and I said, well, I see what's wrong with it. 250,000. And my son lives in Mount Pleasant. That's down beside Charleston. And I went down to visit. I had to rent a car. So I said, well, I need something more dependable where I can go. So here come that one, the Jeep Grand Cherokee. I took my time. I kind of rushed in about a gold Jeep, but this one I looked it up on cars.com. Looked over 3 states and found the one I wanted. 5.7 liter Hemi tow pack, limited, pretty much all options that were available on it for that year. So I got it, and we can go back to that one. So the suspension was shot on it, and to put it back factory, the tires were already sitting up in the fender wells. It would cost more, so I bought the Rust's 4.5-inch lift kit. And while putting it on, I found out the spring purchase for the front differential, the rubber grommet, when I pulled the grommet off, it took the spring purchase with it. So it's got a little nub spring purchase, so I don't have to replace the front differential. So I needed another daily driver. So there come this one. That's a 2005 Grand Cherokee Laredo, which it has a lot of the features of the limited package. Leather heated seats, all electrical, sunroof. So that was, I got it. I'm going to start driving it this next week since I can get a tag. But as far as getting into Jeeps, I've always wanted them. I tried at one time to buy a Cherokee. I think it's the same body style as that one. I think it's 87 maybe. It had the wood panel on it, but I didn't have good enough credit, so I didn't get it. So another thing I've done, I saved my money. I financed that first one, and on that one, while I was driving that other one, I saved the money, and I was able to pay cash for it. I saved 6 years to buy that one, and that one there, I just had the money in the bank, so it wasn't any problem saving it. But I'm building up for the next one to replace that one. In 6 years, I'm gonna buy another one. I should have enough money to buy probably about a 2018 or 2020 by that time, who knows. But that's pretty much how I got into Jeeping. I haven't had time to do many four-wheel videos, but here in South Carolina, we don't have that many places to ride. So we've been going up to the horse pasture, riding a little bit, but I haven't had any videos. There's nothing really hard. But we're starting up a little Jeep club, me and a guy at work and some people that he know, and we're going to find some places to go riding, and it's going to be called Jeep Gang. And that's a cute little name. A guy said he wasn't going to join a Jeep club, he's going to join a Jeep gang if he joined one. So I said, well, there's our name. So I'm going to show you a little bit about it, and I'm going to pop the hoods and show you each of the hoods. So, okay, here we go. 90XJ. Let me get a little bit here. Just gotta love it front end. I love the old box XJs. Dumbest thing Chrysler did whenever they stopped making the box body style. They brought back the Cherokee. There was nothing like this old box. If they're smart, they'd bring it back. Everything still factory on this except for the breather. I got that breather at the junkyard, so it helped out a little bit. Box kept getting in the way, kept having to work on it. I got a few oil leaks, a little bit slobbering out there, and 260,000 miles still going good. One thing I did, I took the old water bottle, took it out, put a radiator in with a fill cap on it, and it helped me out a bunch. I was blowing those bottles up a lot. And took the AC out, put the leak pulley in, found where the squeaking's coming from. If you see the little idler pulley, the mount on the AC mount, that big hunk of aluminum right there, it's bent a little bit. So when I put the pulley on, you can see it's turned to the left just a hair. And it's misaligned. You can see where it's rubbing. It's pulling at an angle, and that's where the squeak's coming from. Alright, and then we'll go to the 99 Grand Cherokee. It has the 4-liter high output. I've been in this engine twice. It's got 250,000 miles on it. Just had to put a hard mop bouncer on it. I was going to do a video on it, and somehow I got half a video shot and the camera quit working. Didn't notice it. the problem about this year, the models with the piston skirts have a coating on them. The coating wore off, starts wearing off about 200,000 miles, start getting piston slap. I'd over revved it and broke the piston skirts off, and I planned on getting rid of this Jeep when I got another one, so I went to the junkyard, put some pistons in it, took it out of a junk car, put a few in there, and then I had another one to break, so I popped the head off, and popped the pan off, did everything in here. Happened to have one good piston left, so I stuck that in there. Sorry about the shadow. So that took care of that. This is getting a whole new set of pistons in it, and that one's getting a whole gasket set put on it. I already got the gaskets, but this is gonna get another rebuild. Here's the new addition. It's a 4.7 liter V8, no Hemi. It's got the overhead cam, two cam engine. I think about 140,000 miles. Got a real good deal on it. I have to do a little bit of work to the front end. Somebody bumped into something that slid the fender back, and when I went to come out, I opened the door and it caught the door and bent it back. So that's not that hard. If I find another one with that same color on it, I'm just gonna buy a fender and a door stick on it, keep both for a spare. But one thing I noticed, it's got that cross stabilizer bar. I don't know if that's factory or if somebody put it on as aftermarket. Looks like it might be aftermarket. But and then here we go to my baby doll. 5.7 Hemi V8, and she will scream. I love that Hemi. Never thought I'd be a crosser man. I've been a Chevrolet man growing up, but that right there changed me. I still like Chevrolets, but there's something about these Hemis. But I'm gonna get off this, end this video, and put all these vehicles back up. So that's kind of my story, how I got into Jeeping. Nothing really hardcore. One day I plan on making a crawler and finding some place that can do some hardcore off-roading. But as far as that one, be my new hunt vehicle. That's my vehicle to play in the snow. Daily driver, then Sunday go to church vehicle, take out to nice places. But that's my Jeep story. And I want to do a call out. Another guy, I haven't heard him talk anything. I don't know how he got into Jeeping. I don't know if you can see me good or not. I'm not too good in front of the camera, but yeah, I'm gonna do a call out to Cherokee Ronnie, how he got into Jeep. And I don't know, maybe we should start calling him Dodge Ram Ronnie, because I haven't seen any new videos from him, but the video that I did see was working on a Dodge Ram truck. So I'm calling you out, Ronnie. Tell us your story. So this is Ravenwood. I'm gonna sign out, and that bird flew right behind the camera. So y'all have a blessed day.